Peace and blessings, YouTube subscribers, YouTube viewers, YouTube family. This is your host, the Ravenous Blackbird, your prepper, your patriot, your conservative Christian, and your YouTube author tonight. And I'm glad that you joined me again on my YouTube channel show. And if you are a first time viewer, second time viewer, third time viewer, and so forth and so on, and you have not yet subscribed to this YouTube channel, please, if you're watching this on YouTube, which more than likely you are, right below this video, if you scroll down, please click the subscribe button, and right next to the subscribe button, you will find a bell button. Click that bell button. That bell button is for what's called notification. A lot of people that watch YouTube, that subscribe to channels, are unaware of what that bell button does. When you click the bell button, every time I post a new video, you will receive a notification to your cell phone, to your iPad, to your laptop, however you're viewing, my YouTube video channel and in any other YouTube video author, and you'll get notification every time we post a new video. That way you keep up and you're not behind and you're not, trying to play catch up. Okay, and please click like, click dislike. If you like or dislike my video, get involved, people, and please leave comments. And the reason why I love for people to leave comments is because your opinions and your feelings, what's on your heart, matters to me. Because I'm sure that what I'm saying to you matters to you. If not, you wouldn't be watching. All right. All right, so again, this is your host, your host, the Ravenous Blackbird on this YouTube channel tonight. It's kind of late, so forgive me if I'm stumbling over my words. I like making my videos at night when everything is pretty quiet, But what we're going to talk about this evening is we're going to talk about a few things. We're going to talk about some things that a lot of people around the world, especially Christians and even non-Christians, that the government is not telling us everything. Okay, they're not telling us everything. There's things that you have to do, study on your own. Okay, do your own research. A lot of us do. Okay, so if you're already doing your studying, and you know what I'm talking about, I'm not talking about sitting down watching the news all day, and that's what you call studying, because the news. And this is part of why I'm talking about, I call this video, they're not telling you everything. If you've been watching even the local news, they're trying to paint pictures as if everything is going back to pre-pandemic days. A lot of the news, on the local news shows, except for maybe Lester Holt or Nightline or whatever you call it, they have some okay news, but they even kind of breeze through the most important topics, right? So if you've been watching the local news, they've been talking about things such as like Jeff Bezos, if I'm pronouncing his last name right, the person billionaire used to own Amazon, right? Going to the moon or wherever, to space, excuse me, and all these the Tokyo Olympics and all that stuff is a distraction, and this is what the media and the government is trying to do, is put out distractions to people like you and I, the everyday consumer, that needs to know the real deal behind the COVID-19 variants, the real deal behind what's going on in Afghanistan, what's going on in our White House. But see, the problem is they don't want us to know this because it would create panic. And when you create panic, it then creates panic buying in stores. You see what happened last year with COVID-19. Who would have ever thought? That's why another big thing, people, is start stocking up on things, because the government and the media is not telling us everything. They're not telling you about the chemicals that's in our water, people, especially out here in California. Okay, I can't get to all of this tonight in this session on my YouTube channel show. Okay, but they're not telling you about the chemicals in the water. They're not telling you about how COVID-19 is going to spiral even more out of control. They're not telling you that there's another pandemic coming. It's been revealed to the prophets. It's been revealed to the watchmen. But if you're watching the news and that's all you do, and you don't take time to do your own studying, people, when the crap, or the junk hits the fan, you're going to be one of those people that's going to try to run out to the store in the middle of martial law, or in the middle of a military takeover, or in the middle of a pandemic like we had starting last year with COVID-19, and we still not out of COVID-19 yet, trying to shop and trying to do what's called panic buy, because the government and the media is not telling us everything. Okay, so before I put videos out there for you people, okay, I do my research. I do extensive study. Okay, I do extensive study on military things. I do extensive study on the pandemic. I do extensive study on what's going on in the White House. And it's good to know people. It's good to know people in high places. It's good to have patriots. It's good to have and know soldiers that have your back, other soldiers that have your back. Okay, and it's good to have other conservative Christians that are on the same mindset that you're on regarding the Bible. Okay, regarding politics, regarding President Trump being one of the greatest presidents we ever had. And I'm not going to debate that with people, because if you're doing your studying instead of just watching the anti-Trump news shows, you would know everything that President Trump has done for this country, other than just, oh, I don't like his tweets. Because the media and the government is not telling us everything, people. They're not telling you what's going on behind the scenes. What do you think the Tokyo Olympics was not even supposed to happen? Okay, it happened because behind the scenes they said we need a distraction. We need to keep America distracted. And they went on ahead with it, and athletes got sick. Some of them, a lot of them, couldn't even participate. And then they catch COVID and take it back to their families. And I don't want to hear this junk about, well, they should have got vaccinated. The people, vaccinated and unvaccinated people alike, can both still get infected and pass it on to people that are vaccinated and people that are not vaccinated. So don't give me that, okay? What we need to still be doing is practicing self-distancing, because I'm telling you what's going to happen. It's going to be another type of COVID-19 or another pandemic close to that. It's already been prophesied. Now, when it's going to happen, I don't know, but my word to you, okay, is to start stocking up. Why would you wait until the junk hits the fan, like we did last year, as I said before, to want to start going to buy water and food and stocking up on supplies? That's just like Americans to do that. Is to just wait till the last minute, all of a sudden, to want to do stuff and make things right. And I'm telling you ahead of time. But see, what we like to do is try to prove the watchmen and the prophets wrong. What we try to do is try to prove the patriots and the soldiers wrong by waiting until it happens. Well, I don't believe none of that's going to happen. I believe we're going to go back to pre-pandemic days. Well, you sit there then and don't stock up your pantry. You sit there and don't get your guns and your weapons and your ammo together. And you think you're going to wait and go out there in the middle of that chaos and try to buy toilet paper and hand sanitizer. Because the government and the media is not telling us everything, people. They're not telling you everything that's going on with the food shortages. Okay? They're not telling you that the food shortages are going to get worse. They're not telling you about the water problem. They're not telling you about what's going on behind the scenes in the Biden administration, because all you do is sit there with a remote control in your hand and you believe everything the media is telling you, that everything's going to be all right. Just get the V in your arm and everything's going to be all right. Get the V in your arm and then we'll be able to go back to the way things were. We'll be able to go back to pre-pandemic days. We will never go back to pre-pandemic days, people. Do you understand that this V is a precursor of the mark of the beast? It's nothing but a what's the word that I'm looking for? It's nothing but a getting us prepared for the real thing. And if you do your Bible research, which a lot of us don't do that either, we call Bible research just going to church on Sundays, coming home, singing in the choir, or joining some type of ministry, and then going to Bible study and letting the pastor do everything, letting people like me on YouTube do everything, and you bum the information off of us, when you should be doing your research and studying to show yourself approved unto God as well. So this V that they're now trying to mandate, again, I'm talking about this tonight because they're not telling you everything, people. I know stuff. I know things right now, okay, that I cannot say on YouTube because they're watching me. They knocked 10 subscribers off of my channel. 10. Because they're trying to stop me from growing my YouTube channel. But you can't stop a child of God. Okay? God is my promotion, not YouTube. Okay? I'm trusting the Lord to expand and bless my YouTube channel. So that's how much that they're watching me. So getting back to the V, I can't say everything, like I said, because they're looking to blackball and pull conservative Christians' YouTube channels. I know a few where their YouTube channels were shut down, okay, because of the truth. All right, I've never heard any of the liberals, Democrats, Biden voters, YouTube channels being removed, videos being pulled. No, they don't monkey with them. So I have to watch what I say. So I'm calling it the V. So you know what I'm talking about. Anyway, this V is being politicized now. If you're paying attention, they're saying if you don't take the V, okay, you won't be able to buy and sell. You won't be able to go grocery shopping. You won't be able to fly on an airplane. You won't be able to do this and do that. Well, what do you think the mark of the beast is? The mark of the beast, and I'm not saying this V is the mark of the beast. What I'm saying, it is a precursor. It's nothing but getting us ready for what is coming, people. And a lot of Christians don't see it coming. I think a lot of the religious Christians that just go to church and come home is going to be a lot of the ones going to be caught off guard, and they're going to be predominantly the ones that's going to take the mark of the beast because they're not prepped up. They're not prepped spiritually, and they're definitely not prepping physically. I hear a lot of Christians say they don't need to prep. They don't need to. When I mean by prep, if you ever heard that, they don't need to store up water. They don't need to store up food in a pantry because we're just going to be raptured up out of here. And here we are still here, and we were here through COVID-19. So they just leave everything up to God. And so when the stuff hit the fan, they're going to be the first people standing in the food line waiting on the government whenever they decide to come. Or they're going to be ones getting their weapons trying to go steal and rob other people that was prepared. And they better not come near me. Any of y'all. Okay? I mean that. I believe in blessing people. But if you stupid enough to sit there and it's warning after warning, God has given us warning sign after warning sign, and you're not stocking up on food, you're not stocking up on water. You know about the food shortages, many of you. You know about what's going on with the chemicals in the water and the droughts out here in California. The droughts out, they're telling us to preserve water, people. A lot of you don't know this. 15%, up to 15% of our water. So we have to watch. We can't take long showers. You have to get a water filter and filter out your water because there are chemicals in the water now that is causing disease in people's bodies. But I bet you wouldn't know that, and you can do your research if you want to. But I'm telling you because I do my research. And my job is to be a watchman, a patriot, a soldier, and stand up for what's right. Stand up for President Trump. Stand up for truth. Stand up for justice. While a lot of the religious Christians hide behind the wine press and just stay in their prayer closets and pray about everything. Yeah, we're supposed to pray, but we're supposed to do much more than that. So this V is a precursor. They're telling you if you don't take this V, you cannot work at this particular job. People are losing their jobs because of their freedom to not want to take the V. Okay, and it's going to be the same thing but worse with the mark of the beast. The mark of the beast is going to, this situation with the mark of the beast is going to last 4 to 5 years. Not just a year of you not being able to buy and sell, or buy and sell, meaning you, if you are an entrepreneur, you won't be able to run your business. If you need to buy groceries or get water or something, you won't be able to do that unless you take the mark, people. Unless you, like you taking this V. A lot of Christians just run out there and they take the V. They didn't pray about it. They in such a hurry that I'm tired of wearing the mask. I'm gonna go get vaccinated. I'm tired of this. I'm tired of that. I want to go back to pre-pandemic days. And they lack knowledge. They have no idea that we're not going back to how things were. We're facing situations with Russia. We're facing situations with Afghanistan and the Taliban and ISIS-K. Do your research and your studying, people. They're not telling you everything. And the fact that you're not doing your own studying, you lack knowledge. And you don't know what's coming from the left, and you don't know what's coming from the right. I even had a family member tell me why every time they talk to me, they got to hear about the world. Well, number one, because you're not doing your studying. And I don't barely talk to you. So any chance I get, I'm going to tell you about Jesus. I'm going to tell you about the Bible. I'm going to tell you, because all that relates to what's going on in the world. So my advice to you, if family member, friend, whoever associates, if you don't want to hear nothing about the world, nothing about Jesus, and you call yourself a Christian at that, don't talk to me. Don't talk to me. Because that's the problem, where a lot of us as Christians, we don't want to hear about nothing. And then we walk around here, lacking knowledge and running into walls about lacking truth. We don't know nothing. And then get mad at me because I'm doing my studying, and then when you talk to me on the phone or talk to me whenever, you don't want to hear it. But I guarantee you, when that grid goes down, and we have a grid outage, that's coming too. A blackout. I guarantee you're going to wish you would have listened to me then. You're going to wish you would have stocked up on water. And I'm trying to say this in love. I'm not here to beat up anybody or disrespect anybody. The fact of the matter is, a lot of us don't want to hear the truth. We'd rather sit up there and listen to lies from a liberal Democratic Party. We'd rather listen to lies that everything is going to be all right if you take the V. We'd rather listen to lies that the economy is booming and it's jobs everywhere, while people getting ready to be evicted when the eviction moratorium runs out in October, people. Where do you think all those homeless people are going to go? They can't be in the streets. They're going to be right in your backyard. But they're not telling you this because they don't want you to know. And there was something else I wanted to get to, but I may wait and get to that next video, and it's going to be about the coming civil war which has already started, between the far-right protesters and the far-left protesters. And it's going to be ugly, and it's going to be even uglier when our president, Donald Trump, gets back into office again. It's going to be a lot of angry, far liberal, Black Lives Matter, Marxist people. And it's going to cause a civil war between the good, the righteous, which is the conservative far right, and against the unrighteous, the people that voted for socialism, the unrighteous people that voted for abortion, the unrighteous people that voted for same-sex marriage. And I can go on and on and on. That stuff is not biblical. That stuff is not a godly agenda. So there is a coming civil war between the far right and the far left. And I pray that it's not. I pray that there would be peace in our land, peace in the White House, that we can all agree to disagree, but we're not there any longer, people. America is no longer united. America is now divided. We're the divided states of America. My advice to you is to start doing your research, start stocking up on water and supplies and weapons and food. Learn how to prep. If you have any questions, feel free to leave comments and reach out to me. My information will be posted right below the video in the comments section. All right? So, again, this is the Ravenous Blackbird. Please click like, click dislike on the video. Please feel free to leave comments, because your opinions and what's on your heart matters to me. Y'all have a nice evening.